Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update, and this is the first update of the year 2017. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everyone had a chance to find some time over the last couple of weeks to decompress and to kick back, especially with family. I just wanted to take the occasion as we get back into the work world to talk about some of the priorities that we have for 2017. And there are lots of them, and they fall into multiple categories, but I just wanted to highlight a few just so we can preview what's going to happen in the months ahead. We have a number of announcements the city is going to make in the next few months that concern each of these important areas, and I just wanted to frame them for you in this on this occasion. So one of the things that is important is, again, and this is the first order of business of government, and that is to improve public safety. We've seen improvements, significant improvements in the city's overall crime rate, but there still are certain parts of the city that are lagging behind, where things are too unsafe for neighbors, especially children. And we're going to work especially hard with certain new initiatives to really start to roll back the tide on those few individuals that cause a disproportionate number of problems in our neighborhoods. And I think we know which neighborhoods we're talking about, but there's some in particular that where there will be a special focus of attention and resources in the weeks ahead. Secondly, we want to work on the condition of the built environment, as they call it in the city. That means we will continue to develop our efforts around improving the cleanliness of the city, because that's really important, and not just litter control and garbage pickup, but also street sweeping, as well as efforts to clean up troubled properties. There are too many of those around. Those are going to be a focus in the next few months, and again, we'll hear more about that as well. But another part of that is dealing with something that's bothered a number of folks, including me, and that is the condition of some of our roads in the city. The city has suffered for a long time from the deterioration of its roadways, and it is obviously expensive to maintain those roadways in a fashion that we'd all expect. But and while New Bedford, I think, does a better job at maintaining its roadways than most other cities in the Northeast that are subject to bad weather, we still have a ways to go. So we're going to be rolling out plans in the next few months on how we're going to deal with that and to use our precious resources more effectively to maintain especially the busiest roadways in our city. I also want to talk a little bit about keeping the cost of government down as much as possible. We are going to continue to strive to become more efficient, to figure out what kinds of services are absolutely necessary and to improve them, and to figure out where the city can cut back, because we continue, despite all the economic success we've had in reducing the unemployment rate and seeing all the investment in the downtown and other places around the city, we still are pinching pennies, unfortunately. And but it's our job to do the very most with every taxpayer's cent, and we're going to and in order to do that effectively and to continue to deliver good services, we've got to continuously review what we do so that we make the most of what taxpayers give to government, to be transparent as we possibly can, so that people see what their money is going to. The last thing is we're going to continue to attract investment. We're seeing a huge uptick in job growth all over the city, in the industrial park for sure, as well as the South End, but also in the downtown, lots of new investments, and we're going to take steps to keep all of that going and continue to raise expectations about this place. And New Bedford is really on a roll right now, and we want to continue it and not just continue to build, but also to make it more sustainable. One of the things that concerns me is that the city over the many years has been one of the first cities to dip into the next recession and been one of the slower ones to emerge from the next upswing. we want our city to continue to grow through business cycles, to be able to weather the storms better so that we can continue to thrive. And so, that is a big part of that job is diversifying what we have. So that's, not just supporting the manufacturers and the job training associated with manufacturing, but also to help continue to work on the port to diversify our port, which is our primary economic asset, so that we can continue to be a leader in commercial fishing, to assume our leadership in offshore wind, to build our cargo base and recreational boating base, so that we have a diversified port that continues to be the economic engine of the region. That and many more. So stay tuned. There's a lot of activity that's going to happen in the next couple of months, and I look forward to talking more about it as it comes up. Until then, this has been the Mayor's Weekly Update.